Hi! So welcome to tonight's chat. It is our monthly book club tonight. This is the end of June. We are talking a little bit about Thief of Lies by Brenda Drake. This is a little bit of a walk of shame chat for us because none of us have finished the book yet. Busyness and all sorts of things. And so we can talk a little bit about, because I think all of us at least started it. So if everyone wants to maybe name something about the book. Oh, yes, Erin got the farthest. So everyone can maybe mention something that they liked about the book, because we're not going to rate it because we haven't finished it. So Erin is the first person on my screen. So.
I think I'm going to probably end up saying what everyone else does as well, but I love the concept because I think all of us would love to be able to jump from library to library. And then one of my other favorite things was just the cover, because I love the color purple, and I don't know, it's just so beautiful. And everyone is like, dang it, that's what I was going to say.
You took two of them.
All right, next I have Rachel.
Oh, okay. I actually really, I didn't get super far in, but I really enjoyed the diversity of it because I was just like, oh yay, white people. And then we get into all the warriors, and they're all cultures around the world, which is kind of cool. So I liked that. And also the girls in this are super sassy and not just like, oh my goodness, what's happening? The best friend's like, do not touch me. And then that female warrior, the Asian girl, she's pretty cool.
Next I have Kelly.
I really enjoyed the friendship dynamic, at least going into it, because I did not get all the way through it. Could have imploded by the end. But I really like the friendship dynamic of the trio, and then the concept, like Erin said, that it just feels...
Yeah. Next is Megan.
Also the concept, and I really love the author. I don't know if that's like a cop-out thing to say. I didn't get super far into it, but I really, really love Brenda Drake. She's an amazing author. If you haven't heard of her, you need to look her up. Follow her on Twitter right now. We'll talk about her more later. But I love Brenda, and just the idea of being able to go to any library you want.
Yeah, I definitely, like everyone else, I really like the concept. I love libraries, and I think in the book they get to jump to like really cool libraries too. It's not just like your little local public library that has like 2 shelves of young adult books. You know, it's like these big crazy city libraries. I like the 2 friends. I've only read like about 100 pages, so I don't know what's in the rest of the book. But I was like wishing the 2 friends just mortal, normal human friends were in it more because I thought they were cool. So, and then we were all going to say a library. If anyone has like a library that they would want to jump to if they could. I know we've all looked at like those online lists of beautiful libraries before.
I'm going to go with Emma's work. Emma, whatever I want.
Kelly and Megan have been to my library before that I work at.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
There's actually one that I have in mind that's very, very beautiful called the Admont Library in Austria, and it just has like, oh my gosh, it's so gorgeous. It has the paintings on the ceiling and like
that looks like
stories.
the Beauty and the Beast library.
I was just about to say mine is the Beauty and the Beast library.
This is essentially what it looks like. I don't know if they have rolling ladders. Like I see one rolling ladder. It's pretty awesome.
I was just telling my husband today that like one day when we have our own house, I'll have a whole room as my office, and there will be floor-to-ceiling shelves with ladders on them. So my future library is somewhere I would like to jump to.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I just, it's like there's this one library that I really love. I can't remember the name of it, so I was Googling it. I came across a picture of the Bibliothèque Nationale de France, which is the one that they jump into. Oh my god, you guys, you need to Google this right now. It's so amazing.
What is it?
Oh wow. National Library of France. I have a terrible French accent, so I'm not going to say it again. But it's, oh man, that is beautiful.
I'm looking at pictures of pretty libraries, and the Central Library of Vancouver is very beautiful, so now I'm jealous of those of you who live out there.
It actually is quite nice.
Cool.
It's a spiral shape. It's a really nice place, and when I walk by it, I walk by it all the time.
Yeah.
It's a nice one. There's also one that's kind of near my house, and it's this bright, new, beautiful structure by a university, and it's just pure glass and that light wood, and it looks like a ship. It's built to resemble the front of a ship, and oh my god, I've been in there a couple times to like write exams and stuff, and it's just so beautiful. But there's this one that I found from Ireland.
Trinity College.
Yeah, the Trinity College.
That's where like the Harry Potter library stuff is filmed, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it looks a lot like the Hogwarts library. So.
Oh, okay.
I'm now looking it up.
Yeah, Trinity College is really pretty.
Oh, my goodness.
Of course, like the New York Public Library. I've never been there either.
Oh, yes. Like has the two lions out front.
Like I almost went there on my way back from Charleston, but I was too lazy to walk.
I've never been to like a fancy, famous library. Like I think the only city I've been to that has one is D.C., and I didn't go to the Library of Congress. But yeah, so I've only been to like my own local libraries. I've never been to.
Yeah, same. Yeah. The one in Seattle is really cool. It's like this weird upside down triangle shape.
Yeah,
like vertigo in it.
I've been in there once. It was really, really nice.
Yeah.
I know when my family lived in South Florida, my mom like paid for us to go to like a library we weren't zoned for because it was so nice. But now I don't remember like what it was called or anything. But I remember it was like there was a lot of light. I remember that about it, and I remember the children's food. But I was like 8, so I don't remember much else about it. And I remember my mom was like, "We're paying to go to this one."
I remember going, I think it was around when I was about 12 or 13, that was when I really started getting into like this really huge reading phase. So I go to my local library. There's just this tiny little place that is attached to like a gym, and I think that now there's a pool that was supposed to be there like 4 years ago, which is really cool. It's cool now. But yeah, I used to go there a lot, and I remember getting just stacks and stacks of books, and it was so exciting. Like all the librarians knew me there, and this was back in the day when people didn't have computers in their houses. And I would go to the library and play. I don't even play like Neopets or something like that. And library computers for like that 45-minute time limit. Like that was the best part of the week.
Yes.
I remember in middle school, like I don't know, I used libraries a lot growing up because we like couldn't always afford to like buying books was like a luxury. But I remember in like middle school, I had this quest to read like every book about dragons in the school library.
Like how you said it was a quest.
Yeah, it was a quest. Yeah. It was. I ended up reading some books by, I think it's like Lawrence Yep, I think, that are actually about Chinese people. They're not about dragons, and I was a little bit disappointed about those ones, but they were still good. But I remember there was also, like, I think I have a couple memories of libraries growing up, like, with books that I like checked out from the library and loved, and now I can't remember like what the titles were or any. Like I remember there was one book about dragons that I like absolutely loved from my middle school library, and I remember at the time looking it up because I wanted to buy it and it was out of print, but now I don't remember like what it was called.
Oh no!
But I wish I did. Because I remember it was really great. It was probably the best dragon book in the middle school library because I know all of them.
The library in San Diego, where I used to live, was really weird looking, but I really liked it. It was brand new. Like they had the celebration of its opening the week that I moved there 2 years ago, and so I got to like go to it, and I felt really cool. It's like I can live here. This place is okay, but the whole thing is designed specifically so that it looks like it is not finished. Like the guy, he wanted all of the like pipes and exposed stone and just like everything. It looks like it's a building that's not finished because, according to the architect, mines are unfinished when they come to the library.
Exposed pipes seem like a bad idea in a building full of books. A building full of paper.
Right? Right?
Yeah, watch the architect was just lazy. He's like, I don't feel like finishing.
He's like,
I'm
we're
just gonna
done.
say some crap about unfinished minds, whatever.
Like insert a
Like a
joke
bunch
about
of
like library
poems.
budget cuts.
Yeah.
Well, it was crazy. They weren't going to be able to finish it. And then this one donor came in, this like really, really rich guy, and donated like $14 million. And they were able to finish it.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Crazy.
But they had half of a floor was dedicated. It was 7 stories. And half of it was dedicated, half of one story was dedicated to YA. And then they had like a 2-story open reading room. And if you look up pictures of it, you can see there's like a weird dome over half of it. And that part is over the reading room. And it's designed to filter light, so it always feels like you're reading from underneath a tree. It was really cool.
That is so
cool.
Amazing.
Oh, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's
Who
my
is
miss
the architect? I need to know who this is.
Let me look him up really quick.
Like, will I get them to build my house? Like,
For real.
Yeah.
Except I would like finished pipes and ceiling.
Oh, I don't. I like that whole unfinished look.
Okay, I like exposed beams in the ceiling. I don't really want the pipes showing.
No. Yeah. My
His
sister and I
name
always
is
had.
Rob Wellington Quigley.
Oh, cool. I thought you were just gonna be like Rob.
Right.
You know, like Cher. He's just Rob.
Madonna. Yeah.
So my sister and I always had this thing where we said once we like get older, I think it still hasn't happened and we're old now, but you know, we're going to like go to all of like the most beautiful libraries, and so I would be a writer by then, and she would be a photographer. So she was going to take all the pictures, and I was going to do like a coffee table book of all the most beautiful
That'd be cool.
libraries
That's a good
across the
idea.
world. Still
So
gonna
many
happen.
people,
Still
so many like nerds would buy that. Like the kinds of people who
Yeah.
buy coffee table books would buy them.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to happen at some point. Eventually. Still planning on it.
Well, you're a writer now, so you're halfway there.
Yeah.
True. I
Have
just
to bother
have to
your
make
sister
sure.
now.
I know she still has her camera, so
She has a camera.
it'll be fine.
You could do like a vlog tour too. Like
Yeah.
a separate channel that's just
Ooh,
tours of
that's
all the libraries.
Yeah.
Opinions. Extra money.
Me just getting hushed. Me getting shushed in all the libraries.
Yeah.
Stop
I don't think
filming in
libraries
here.
are getting like cooler about like sound and things. Like I think there's a lot of like progressive stuff happening in libraries.
Mhm.
It's an interesting world because you have like younger librarians who are like, oh, we should like change things because like young people don't want to just sit here and be silent for hours. And then you have like old librarians who are like, we have to do things the same way we've always done it.
I don't like change. It makes me uncomfortable.
But a lot of libraries are trying to like do cooler things to like attract younger people.
I'm all for cool things. I still like the
Yeah.
quiet.
Yeah, you need to have at least a quiet section so that
Yes,
people
usually
can
if it's a bigger library, there's like quiet sections.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the San Diego one, like on their YA section, they had like a crap ton of bean bags and like rooms that like the students could use for their school projects because there like was a school in the library. It was really weird.
Oh, that is weird.
Crazy.
The Vancouver Library has everything. Like, growing up, the library I practically lived in was on Vancouver Island, so it was quite small. But I'm not used to this library that's, you know, it's the really, really huge one in Vancouver, and it's gorgeous. Like, it's kind of built like a coliseum, and, like, multiple floors, and they have, like, you know, they have, like, rooms you can rent out to, like, teach classes and stuff that are really huge, and they have, like, sound rooms, like, so you can like go and record yourself singing and stuff. Like,
Whoa.
yeah,
So cool. I didn't know that.
yeah, it's crazy, and like tons and tons of classes and like computer rooms, and yeah, I'm just not used to all the different stuff they have. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, our public libraries here are pretty like boring and normal and very dark. Like that's my biggest complaint. There's not a lot of light in the public library near my house. It feels very dark and kind of depressing.
Cool, deaf lamp.
Oh.
Aw, sad.
I know they're just not very updated, which is sad because there's not a lot of funding for it.
That's the thing, and it kills me whenever people are like, "Oh, the library is being closed."
Yeah.
Like that happens a lot.
Yeah. Well, and a lot of people think that libraries don't offer anything for like the modern day, but they do. Yeah, it's just a bunch of books and that's all it is. But like for a lot of people, it's like their only access to the internet, and like people go in there to like apply for, to like use the computers to apply for jobs when they can't afford their own computer and internet.
A lot of them have DVD collections now.
Or DVD collections.
My local one has video games.
Oh, cool.
They're always doing community classes at libraries.
Yeah.
So they teach skills. And
yeah, you can learn like Photoshop and InDesign and all of those at my local library. And they have like a technology for dinosaurs thing that teaches like Microsoft Word to really old people.
That's awesome.
And honestly, if you're the type of person that reads like a lot, but you don't necessarily want to be bothered with like all of this, if you're, older and you don't want to be downloading ebooks, or you don't want to try to find ebooks illegally and download them and don't want to buy them, then the library is one of your only options, right? So.
And it's nice for like for this book, I did have some issues with it, and so it was nice that it was like, I got this from the library, and the author's still going to get like a kickback because I got it from the library, but I didn't spend $15 on it.
Yeah.
Now, do all libraries give something to the author?
They give feedback to the publisher.
Oh, okay.
Like when it gets checked out.
Yeah, the money is the book sale initially, just the ones, right?
Yeah.
Which is still good because, the more the book goes out, the more people use it, the more likely they'll buy more copies.
Yeah. Like at work, we just had to buy like two more whole sets of the Harry Potter series because they get checked out so much. Like we had one full set plus like 2 extra copies of Deathly Hallows, and like they were constantly checked out, and they'd come back and there'd be like 3 holds on it. Like everyone was waiting for them all the time, so we just got like a couple more sets of them because
it's a good idea.
They're falling apart.
And if a publisher knows that a book is getting checked out a lot at a library, then they know like
it's doing
there is a big fan base, and teenagers aren't usually the ones buying all of their books. They're probably the ones getting them from the library.
And I know that like a lot of times if it's like a first book in a series and I'm not sure if I'm going to like it, I'll check it out from the library, and then if I love it, I buy the future books in the series.
Oh, I did that a lot, yeah.
I don't always want to buy the book if I don't know if I'm going to love it or not.
Oh, that's backfired on me a little bit because now I own 2, 3, and 4 of Throne of Glass, and I need to read book 1. I always think of buying book 1, but it hasn't happened yet.
I'm always like, I need to go back and complete series that I only have half the books of. But then I'm like, or I could buy this book I haven't read yet. And
exactly. Not good.
Like, I need to complete the Raven Boys series. I have books 1 and 4, so.
Oh.
I completed the Raven Boys.
Me too. Well, part of the reason I haven't is I'm conflicted because the first book I have in paperback and the last book I have in hardcover. So what do I buy?
Just rebuy the first book. It's the only way.
It's true.
Well, there's something that I don't know. I'm trying to have to ask Erin because I don't know. She just got up and left because she's the one that's written.
No, my cat's yelling at me. Sorry.
Okay.
What?
Well, because you've read the most of this book, I think, than most of us have.
Yes.
In the beginning. Okay. There's a part where they go to somewhere else, like they're trying to travel to this one place, and then at the last minute the page gets turned and they go to somewhere else, and it's like this big faux pas and they get in trouble. And what happens with that? Anything.
Oh yeah, because they accidentally go to the Vatican, isn't that where they?
Yeah, they go to the Vatican,
and they're not supposed to go to the Vatican.
No, and then they get in trouble, and they have to be like, "Oh, she's just training, like it was by accident."
Not much happens after, with that. They're just told you're not supposed to do that type of thing. And then
okay.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking that would be kind of cool. Be like, what libraries don't they want them going to?
Yeah, forbidden libraries.
Ooh.
Secret forbidden ones. There's so many cool things you could do with that.
I know. I'm thinking already, the wheels are turning. Like, what could I do?
Yeah.
Forbidden library.
So true.
And I feel like if I found out there was a forbidden library, I would exclusively want to go to the forbidden one.
Yeah, exactly.
What's there?
Yeah. Have you been in the restricted section? Well, I think the reason, like, we're all talking about the book and how we haven't all, like, finished it yet, and it was all right for me. I didn't love it, but I just finished reading another book that had a kind of a similar plot line, so I think that one slightly overshadowed this one. But it has a similar idea of, it's called The Invisible Library by Guinevere Cogman, and it's this library that exists outside of time and space, and the people that work for it are librarians that go to alternate realities to get books that somehow alter that universe and then bring it back to the library to be studied. And it was a phenomenal book. And it's, part of a series. It's just the first one. It's so good. So I think after reading that, I was like, oh, sweet, another library kind of book. And it didn't quite, unfortunately, come up to the same standards. But I still love the idea of it, and I'm wondering if it's going to be a series or not.
I think it's a pretty series.
Yeah.
I think it will be. I haven't finished it, but I assume. Because there's a lot of things, like, I'm almost finished it, and there's still a lot of, like, kind of balls up in the air, so I don't think she'd be able to wrap it all up, like, so I assume there's the number 2.
Yeah. Well, on Goodreads it says that it's Library Jumpers #1.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, even the name is so cool. I think I would have actually been more attracted to it if it had been called Library Jumpers.
That was the original title.
Oh, okay.
Called,
I thought that was going to be some kind of like assassin's novel.
Yeah.
But Library Jumpers, like, okay.
Yeah.
British people would probably be like, oh, it's a library sweater.
Yeah, like shortly before it came out, they retitled it, and she had to like re-release the cover with the new title on it and stuff.
Mm-hmm. I actually like Library Jumper better too.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, if the author is watching this, Brenda, I'm sorry, because I know how frustrating it probably is to be like, this was my title, yay, and then everyone's like, I like the old one better. So you probably did not choose to change it to this one. That's probably the publisher, but
Sure.
maybe it's more appealing to like a mainstream like commercial wide
Library Jumpers almost
audience.
sounds like it wouldn't be young adult. Like I think Thief of Lies is
Yeah.
a young adult book. Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
Sounds a little
Well, and
bit
also if
over
you're not like a huge book nerd,
Yeah.
like Thief of Lies sounds cooler to like someone who's not necessarily like a book nerd.
And while they use libraries to travel, at least as far as I got in the book, like the libraries weren't that important other than like a way to travel. So Library Jumpers make it sound like libraries are more involved than they are. It's not like there's like librarians fighting the monsters or anything, which would be cool.
Oh
That
yeah,
would be amazing.
Which kind of happens in The Invisible Library.
I'm going to read it.
Just saying.
Me and the librarian at my job have joked about like co-writing a book about librarians fighting
you
demons.
should.
Do it! That would be so great.
Isn't there a show called The Librarian?
Yeah. Have any of you guys watched it?
I haven't.
Or something?
I've seen a little bit, but not enough that I really remember. There's
I
like
heard it was good.
there was movies based on it first, and I think I watched one of the movies. I haven't actually seen the show yet. So the concept seemed cool, though. Basically, it's
I'm looking it up.
librarians for mythical stuff. They have an archive of fantastical movies.
I've seen it. I've seen an episode on TV. I wasn't sure what I was watching at the time. Like I suspected it was The Librarians, and it was really good. I liked it. So
Cool, write it down.
I think I'm gonna have to buy the box set or something because I'm a geek and I don't have cable like everyone else does.
I don't have it. It's okay.
I only accidentally have cable because I forgot to cancel it before the trial was up.
We tried to cancel our cable, and it was cheaper to keep it.
Yeah.
Our internet would go back up.
You had to like cancel within 30 days to like, because like we're in like a 12-month contract, but if we canceled in the first 30 days, we wouldn't have to like keep with the contract. But it was like day 30 when I went to do it, and it was too late.
Oh.
I have cable for you.
No. Now I'm forced to have access to many good shows. Yeah, I don't know. I just love the idea of anything to do with magic and libraries, because, like, as a kid, I literally grew up in libraries reading about magic. I was like, things.
Yeah. And I think like that's something that like I would like a book that involves the libraries more. Like I was saying, I feel like other than traveling through the libraries, it didn't involve them that much. Like I want there to be something else magical about libraries that like the rest of us don't see or something.
Mhm.
Yeah.
When you said that, like, oh, you and your other librarian was going to co-write a book about librarians fighting like monsters, what kind of monsters would you be fighting? Would they be coming from the books themselves?
Ooh, that'd be cool.
Like Goosebumps, the movie.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess so. Darn it, ideas aren't even taken. Yeah. Well,
The hard
that
thing
was
about writing a book
amazing.
about librarians fighting demons is that librarians are all adults, so it has to be an adult book, and I don't write adult books.
Yeah. Well,
I
you
know
can have
nothing. I don't read adult books. I know nothing about them.
Yeah. Library volunteers.
I'm very volunteer.
Yeah, librarians are like the retired versions of them.
Or like a new adult, like master's degree student.
There you go. Which I think that was kind of like I thought it would be more book based because it was mostly just like yeah you mentioned that they get from place to place to read the books, but I'm like but I thought they were going to be like going places in books, which would be kind of cool. Well, there's another book that's like kind of similar. That's The Girl from Everywhere by Heidi
I love
Heilig.
it so much.
Yeah, they like and
heard
that
that
based
one.
on maps. So it's maps of different places, and then they go to that place, like no matter how much of an alternate reality it is. Which I loved, and I kind of thought it was going to be slightly similar.
Yeah. I studied archaeology for a while, focusing on like Egypt. So I had this secret hope in my heart that in the book they'd go to like the Library of Alexandria.
Oh, that would be
Is this
so
gonna happen
cool.
or is it not? Because I need to know now.
The idea of jumping like actually into the books reminds me of The Page Master, which I loved that movie as a kid.
That was so good.
Yeah, it's great movie. I have it. I found it at like Target for like $3 or something once.
What a steal.
But yeah, in case anyone's curious, The Girl from Everywhere, it showed up in my email today, is actually on sale right now for $4 on Amazon.
Oh.
It's
Ooh.
amazing.
People should get it.
Mhm.
I know.
I also, in case anyone who's heard us rave about the Raven Boys and hasn't read it yet, you can currently get a free audiobook from Audible right now. Of Raven.
Ooh.
Today's the last day. But I guess June was some sort of like audiobook month or something for them. And so like every like weekend they've had like a free audiobook available, and this weekend it was.
I did not know this!
I need to go right now.
Everyone's quiet because we're all pulling it up.
Opening the audiobook.
Yes.
I've heard it's a really good audiobook. I haven't.
It is. I've listened to half of it. I got it from Overdrive. And it's this like old Southern man with the correct regional Southern dialect. And he just sounds like he's telling you a ghost story, and I love it. And my husband doesn't do scary stories, and so he had to ask when I turned it off because it sounded like a campfire story. He's like,
That's
"Hey,
adorable.
scary."
I don't know why
really
that's
good
really
though.
cute.
Yeah.
Please
I
turn
like
it off. It's too scary.
I can respect that.
Yeah. You two will have to hang out if the WordNerds ever get together and watch scary movies. You and Jared can just go hang out somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will also
Watch a comedy.
I will go like, hey, bye guys.
I still want to go on a ghost tour somewhere because we wanted to do that in Charleston.
Yes.
I want to do
We
that.
do our hangout.
Cool.
I did one in Seattle. I did the Seattle Ghost Walk, and it was really cool. But it was more of a history tour. But I still like, really enjoyed it. But I still I think would like to go somewhere like overnight kind of thing, like a haunted house. I think I'd like to do that eventually.
We did the ghost
Or a
tour in
haunted library.
Vancouver. Ooh, there's haunted libraries. That's the other thing. There's like
Yes.
I found a list of haunted libraries at one point
Ooh.
throughout the world, and I can't remember where I found it, but that's pretty cool. There's a couple really creepy ones, like dead librarians will like brush past you or like tap you on the shoulder, or you hear like the shh from.
There's a librarian ghost in the original Ghostbusters movie.
I forgot about that. Yeah, there is. I'm just remembering that now.
It's like in the New York Public
now I wanna-
Library, I'm pretty sure.
Now I want to write about haunted library. I'm getting all these ideas. Dang it. I have too much other stuff to do. I
Oh
can't
my
get ideas.
The fucking draft acting they meet in an abandoned library. Just remember that.
That's amazing. I can't remember where it was where there was an abandoned Walmart and they turned it into a library or a bookstore. I can't remember which one it was.
Cool idea. I just love abandoned buildings of any kind. So
Yeah.
I
know in my husband's hometown, the library is like, it's like an old grocery store or something. It's like in a strip mall, and it's just like an old store that got closed down, and they just put the library in there.
Oh.
So cool.
Yeah. It's probably like an old Kmart or something. I don't remember what it used to be. He told me.
Kmart.
Yeah.
Dang it! Now I'm gonna have to get off the chat and like start writing about haunted libraries. Oh no! I'll have like 6 stories going on.
I have always wanted to have like a story where like the like mentor figure for the teens is like the librarian, because I love like Giles and Buffy. Yeah. I mean, really, if you need a mentor and you're like on some sort of search, librarians are the best because they can find anything. They're the best kind of mentor.
It is true.
They always know where it is.
They will find the information for you.
Does anybody have anything else to say about the book? Other than most of us have not finished it.
Well, this isn't about the book, but I posted the link in the description to the site that advertised the free audiobook thing. I found it on her Twitter. So
False Prince? Oh my gosh.
yes.
I know, I was really mad that like I didn't know they were giving away free audiobooks this whole month.
Yeah,
Right? At the end of June.
Maybe they'll do it again someday.
Yeah.
Final thoughts, anyone?
Oh, did we want to mention Pitch Wars really quick? I'm uploading a video later today that was supposed to go up on Thursday.
Wait, mention what?
About Pitch Wars.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you want to
have
introduce it, Erin, since you've done it?
Sure. Yeah, I have a very fond spot in my heart for Pitch Wars and Brenda Drake because she does so much work every year to organize more than Pitch Wars, Pit Mad, like a couple other contests and pitches and things like that. But yeah, like Pitch Wars is really awesome for somebody who's just like start almost on the edge of being able to query literary agents, but they want some help with like polishing up their manuscript and getting like a really knowledgeable mentor to help them out with that. In 2014, I was in Pitch Wars and I ended up winning the middle grade category. So it was a really good experience for me. So yeah, just thought I would mention that in the chat because can't really mention Brenda Drake and her book without mentioning Pitch Wars because it's helped a lot of authors and connected a lot of authors. That's one of the best things is like I still talk to everybody that I was in Pitch Wars with from 2014. Like it's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So.
And she also runs Pitch Madness at the opposite end of the year, and I was in that and got a lot of requests from it, and that was amazing. Like, I did not get an agent from it, obviously, but I got a lot of really good feedback from agents because of it, and she's super nice. Like, 6 months later, she messaged me to be like, how's it going? Have you heard from anyone? Like,
that's so
she is amazing. She's, like, the best at running contests.
Yeah, she is. She messaged me through Pitch Wars too and was like, how are you doing? I'm excited for you. And like, she's just so supportive and just, does so much work for the writing community. So, yeah. So, Brenda Drake, Thief of Lies. I don't know if you've seen this beautiful, beautiful cover, but
when does Pitch Wars start? Do we say when it starts?
It is coming up in October.
Oh, October. Okay.
August?
Everything's on Brenda Drake's website too.
Yeah, brenda-drake.com.
Yes. Yeah. Lots of good stuff under the contest tab.
All right. I guess we are done for this week. Sorry it was a short chat. We will have more to say next week about another subject, which I don't think we've decided yet what next week will be, so you will find out at the end of tomorrow's video. So we will see you guys all this week, and then we'll be live again next Sunday, just like usual. Bye!
Bye!